Now then, welcome back to Utopia3. Nemson here with a, well, kind of a start of a running series of videos. I was just checking out how Ego's place looks over there. Looks pretty cool, I gotta say. He's built and rebuilt it a few times. You should check out what he's been doing on his channel with that stuff. He doesn't always do videos with me, you know. Right, so anyway, I've got a few episodes planned. And I've been using this funky clipboard thing. It's really cool. You get to tick things off and cross things off and stuff when you're using the clipboard, and you get to write out things so I don't forget what I'm doing. Now this episode is going to be a bit of bitting and bobbing. I'm going to get a lot done in a short video, hopefully, so that you guys don't have to sit through all of my derping around. The first thing I want to show you is my current AE system. Hey, Echo's here. Hey, hi, how you doing? So my current system is thus. I'm keeping a lookout on what I've got in my AE system. This is my AE crafting system and sorting system, and I've got some strange devices and rigs set up. And I want to talk you through them all right now. But first, I'll just turn my particles off, because that rain's going to get annoying. So, it is raining over the water, and it is snowing over the land. This is one thing we've noticed about the all snow mod. But that is by the by. Let me get back in here. This system currently holds quite a lot of stuff. And this is all stuff that I've programmed it to accept. Anything that it doesn't accept gets put into what I'm calling the junk storage. So, the principle really is that in Utopia3, this is the area I've got chunk loaded, by the way. I've lit it up with torches around here. This is the area that I'm calling my base, my storehouse. And in principle, everything in this area is storage. There's a few small processing going on, but I'll be storing power and storing materials that I'll want to take with me out to various other dimensions and projects in regards to doing other mods. So the system itself is the first thing I'm going to explain, and then I'm going to sort out a few things in the AE system and then start on the storehouse. So first off, the system is, over here we have some disk drives. Valued materials in the disk drive. So if we look at it in an ME chest, you can see that valued materials are all of those sort of things you would expect to say are valued materials. Okay, from many mods, so all of the good stuff, basically, all the good stuff on one disk, right? And that is formatted as so. So it'll only accept the good stuff, and anything that isn't the good stuff will go to another place, which I'll explain in a minute. Then we've got the ore processing, which is basically only allowing ores of various types to go in. And that's only a 1K storage drive, because I expect everything on this drive to get processed into valued materials, into ingots and the like. And then we've got the dusts and powders, which is another 1K storage drive, which basically the ore processing turns them into dust and powder. Then the dust and powder gets turned into the valued materials, that way around. So at the minute, as you can see, there's some bytes that have been used and some types still in these drives that are just sitting there. I've got things like glowstone dust in there, and redstone's gone into there, but there's ores in here that I'm not yet processing, but I am storing ready to process. And then we get on to the good stuff. Now, every mod in the pack, all of these mods in the pack, I want to give them their own AE disk. So if they get removed from the mod pack, I can just remove the disk of all the items from that mod. Okay, so for a start off, I've started off with the applied Energistics, because everything in my storehouse is going to be based around the Applied Energistics. So the Applied Energistics disk is formatted for almost everything that I could possibly need of the AE system. Almost everything in here that I use or am going to use on a regular basis is in here, except for things like quartz tools and the grinder and wooden cranks and stuff, wireless receivers and these new spatial storage devices and these things over here. They're sort of one-off builds that I'm not likely to use very often, so I've not stored them on regular. Inside my assembler chamber, I have a page dedicated to the AE system and crafting everything AE related. Now that page is basically just for AE, and it's one of the assembly chambers in my crafting multi-block structure that's all assigned just for AE. The previous page, I've currently got a load of things in there for IC2 for Ego, and a load of vanilla items that also get used for the AE system. And I can quite easily make anything quickly on demand now. So long as the materials are there, it knows how to make all the component parts of everything. So I could just tell it to make a 64K storage disk if I need one, and it'll quickly whip one up from the raw materials and everything that's there. Now, everything that doesn't currently fit on one of these storage drives has nowhere to live in the AE system. So it ends up going into this storage bus, into this chest. And this chest then houses everything that's not got a place. So, like these things here that I don't want in my AE system right now don't have a place, so they all go away. And as you can see, they all just go through this item translocator and beam straight into a tesseract, and the tesseract then sends them out to another place. The other place being the storehouse. So the tesseract ends up bringing stuff over here. It's not only bringing the items in, but it's also bringing energy in. So the energy goes directly to the controller, and the items go directly into the interface. And the interface then has all of these disks available to it. And the majority of these disks are just simple 1K storage drives that just basically give me lots of different item types available, and a few 64K storage drives for those items that have lots and lots of. There was a recent update, and we removed the Good Night Sleep mod from the pack. And so all the items that were in that junk storage got put onto one disk, and that one disk is now just stored away in a strongbox. So I don't use it. It's not going to be used, but I've kept it safe so that if we ever install it again, I can put that into my AE system, and it should have a location for all the items that we found in the Good Night Sleep. So that's the basic overall system. So there we go. Now I've got to add in Ender storage and translocators into auto crafting, because I want to make this place over here my storehouse. This cave here is going to be my storehouse for all of the junk, and this section down here I want to have all of my disk drives all worked out and marked up, so that I've still got a junk area out here, but the main storage area is in here, so I can access the disks quickly. The thing I've found that's a problem really is that I have to keep going over there to do anything when I'm crafting it over here. This is sort of like the workshop area. As you can see here, I've turned off smooth lighting. I was getting a lot of frame rate issues from these Ender IO machines. The constant lighting up of them seemed to send my frame rate super ooper duper low. And if in case you're wondering, this is Akko, the graffiti artist, has put a load of creepers around everywhere. You'll probably see them cropping up in multiple videos. If you want to know who it is, it's Akko the builder. The next thing that I want to do then is go over and start programming the AE system for Ender storage and translocators. So I'm going to quickly show you how that processes. Another little note that I'd like to make as well is, you know, the advanced genetics mod? Well, as you can see, I'm not wearing wings or anything, but the reason the fly serum didn't work was because we had those survival wings in, and now we've taken survival wings out because we've had a little play with them and they're okay. But now we've taken survival wings out, I can actually fly. And it's a really good flying with no durability and anything like that. I can fly like a ghast. We took the genetics of a ghast and put it into my system. I've lost the ability to breathe underwater and eat grass. Me and Funshine will have to visit the Sunshine laboratories when he's back. He's actually away for a little while. Visit when he's back and go and put ourselves the super serum together. So this block down here is the pattern encoder, and I've put a load of blank patterns in ready. It stores a stack of 64, and I can just literally get the recipe of something like this and shift click it into the pattern encoder. I don't need to place anything anywhere, which I found was pretty useful, really. So blaze rods, wool, and all that sort of stuff, obsidian and the like, encode that to make a chest. Now I'm not sure if I've got a normal vanilla chest in here just yet. No, I haven't. So I'm going to need a pattern for a vanilla chest so it knows to make them if it can't do it, if it's impossible for it. So let's pop that in there and encode that. It should be able to make it from anything though. So let's just shift right click and clear that off. Grab some wood like so, and manually enter it into the pattern encoder. Put that one back in there, clear that off, and quickly whip round there. Encode a basic chest. Okay, so then the basic chest can go into there alongside. So now I'll click next. Because these are just a few patterns that I don't need a lot of, I'm going to put them in with my AE system because it's all part of the same AE networking. I'm going to use Ender Chest to help me do the networking and beam items across without lots of wiring everywhere, because the wiring's fairly expensive. And the Ender Tank requires a cauldron. So let's have a look. Let's get the crafting recipe for a cauldron sorted out, and then we'll get a crafting recipe for the Ender Tank sorted out. And then we've got those two, and put those two in. So now we've got the Ender Tank, and it knows how to make the cauldron as well. So it now knows how to make planks from logs when it runs out of planks, to make chests or sticks, make pistons and all that sort of stuff. All the basics that are part of recipes in here. I also got rid of my Ender IO recipes that I had, but never mind. So there's those two in there, and the other thing that I wanted to do was the translocators. The translocators mod, again, like the Ender storage mod, has very little items that it uses. I don't know what this fire block is. I don't know why it's there. I don't know what it's for. The item translocators require the piston and other vanilla valuables that I've already got stored, but I know how to make a piston already. That's already programmed into the AE system. So all I really need to do is program it to make item translocators. Add those in, take that one out. And do the same with the liquid translocators, which again is a piston, but this time lapis, and the same again. So we can make that autocraft as well. So we've got both of those. The other thing is diamond nuggets. I require diamond nuggets to go into the system, so I'm going to show it how to make diamond nuggets for when I run out and I want to request a diamond nugget. I'll probably already have some stored in there, and I could probably just break it down myself quite easily enough, but having access just to grab a few to take them with me when I want them is a good thing, I think. I may be going over the top with this, but I want to be able to just auto-craft and auto-sort all kinds of things. And as I don't know what this fire block is for, or how to craft it, I'm guessing that it hasn't got a use yet. It basically just burns as fuel, but where does it come from? Where do I make it? If anyone knows, let me know. That's another thing off my list. Now we need to start working on the storehouse. But while I'm over here, I want to get an ME condenser sorted out. Like I was saying about all this junk, when it comes through this system here, if it doesn't have anywhere to go, then it will go into the chest, get beamed across by translocators into the Tesseract, and go to the junk storehouse. And at the junk storehouse, I want to use an ME condenser to get rid of some junk, and also produce me an item that I need for the later stages, the master plan. So let's get applied energistics. I'm going to need these singularities for future plans, and these singularities require a condenser, an ME condenser. So we're going to make an ME condenser. It's very simple: flux dust and a few iron ingots. So we can easily make one of those and set ourselves up. The other thing I want to do is move all of my discs over that way, so I can access all the discs and sort everything out over there. So first off, let's go to the crafting bench, which is here, and we'll build ourselves one of those and take that straight out of the system. Alright, so I've cleared out the area and I've gathered up all the materials that I've got, and I've got a plan in mind. I've led the cable from the AE system, which hooks up here, back over from the power tree, over to this section just underneath the stairs. Just linked it under the stairs, easy enough. Currently, I've taken everything out, so all that's available in the ME terminal at the moment is all the crafting recipes that we've got, everything that's stored over at Ego's place, and also stuff that's in the community chest, that's sitting in the community chest waiting to be taken, because of course we've got access to the community chest just behind there. Now everything that comes into the system is going to be based behind here, so it's all processing and everything. So everything coming in from the dumping bags that everyone's got, the community chest, and all of the quarries and systems will come in through behind there into ender chests and the like, and come into the system that way. Under here then we've now got this which can come up along here. Now I've thought of a sort of a computer console or a computer bank area. So what I want to do is create, using some of this cyan clay, an area that looks very computerized. So let's get one terminal there. That terminal of course won't be connected at all right now, so that needs connecting up at the back, and we'll just connect that with a quick shimmy up there like that. Okay, so now that has access to everything, the same as that other terminal has access to everything that's currently available to the system. Now the die zombie, thank you, goodbye. Right, the now the interruption's over. The rest of it needs to come across here. Now I'm planning on having the ME drives set up along here. Now because it's part of the network, they don't all need cables, so once I've placed a couple down like that, that'll connect them to the network, and then I can have a few more here, here and here to connect up properly like so. I've got another 4. I think I'll do another 2 there and one more there, and they're all connected to the ME terminal. And the idea there is that I've got lots of places to put all of the core items. Those zombies, man, those zombies. Okay, zombies die. Leave me alone. I'm working. At least trying to. Right, next off, we've got... well, I want to put the AO port close by, so that can access this side of things and pump items in as it needs to. Okay, so I can put discs in there and it'll put stuff back into the system if it can. Actually, I think I probably want to go down one here with that cyan clay. So let's put that in there. I've got an idea to turn off the section that I want to link it to. That little golem. You see him? He just come and mugged me for that bit of stone. The git. So, what I want to do here is add in the 2 pieces here to separate the system off when I want to. So I'm going to put a little lever on there with a redstone torch on the top there, so that turns the redstone torch off. I'm going to put 2 bits of dark cable in, 1 bit of dark cable above there and 1 bit of dark cable down here. So now in the off state they switch over. They change as the lever changes. Yeah? And this is going to come around here. I need to keep this separate from the rest of the system, so it links the system in when needed. And I can bring that up here, I think, and along there. So that cable is only going to be connected to this section when that's on, and this cable is only going to be connected when that's on. When it's off or on, or yeah, you'll get the idea in a minute. So the controller goes there, and that's connected up by this dark cable there. And if I switch that, then that controller is going to turn off, and this will connect through, because you can only ever have 1 controller connected at a time, but I need 2 controllers available to me. So I'm going to put the Tesseract into there just like this to give that on the unsorted frequency. I'm going to take it so that it can receive items, ignore fluids, and receive energy. Okay, so it's now receiving items and energy, which the energy is automatically powering this up, but that's currently not connected to any network. And this is receiving items and energy, so it's doing both. Now the items will come in through various means into the system and go into this little AE interface here, which can go up the top there. Now that means that there's going to be no short supply of stuff coming in, but I've either got it connected one way or another through here. So either this is connected to the main system or this is powering it independently. So switch there. Say that's now broken, so this is now being powered independently and it's a separate sub-network. Or I turn it on and this is now part of the main network, so it comes into the main network. It's going to be useful to have it like that, I assure you, don't worry. There's a reason for it. There is a reason for it. Now the next thing I want to do is connect up the system behind here, which is going to be my sort of disposal system. So that's going to have the main core products that I want to keep, and then anything that doesn't go into there should then go across over here. This Tesseract isn't necessary at the moment, but when I'm beaming stuff in from places it will become necessary. And then I want to put another couple of drives and an access terminal down here so that I can access all the scrap stuff. So the drives will go there and there. Now as you can see, the drives are connected here, so they will be connected to the main system when I flick the lever. But the rest of the time this controller here will control the entire thing itself. So putting that there means that now there should be nothing in the system, because there's nothing in those drives. There's nothing stored in these junk drives right now, so there's nothing in the system to check for. If I switch the switch, now everything should be available in here, the same as the whole system. It's fully connected, which is what I was after. Yeah. Now, for the fun bit. Now I get to set up the condenser and start thinking about disposing of things. Now, the condenser goes down there, and the condenser's got a very strange GUI that I'll explain in just a moment. But right now, I need to get the items that I want into the condenser. So, I'm going to hook up a chest here, because that's where I want the chest to be, and I'm going to put on 2 export buses, which I can adapt later on to have more, which will go into there like that. And I think to pretty it up a little bit, just to smooth it off, I'm going to put some stone behind here. Put some there. Now hide that a bit. Maybe bring this out to cover it up over here, and then up there. And then I got a little bay there that's all nice and secure all by itself, which is what I want. I don't need any more of that. Don't need any more of that. I'm going to need some signs. I did have. Where did I put it? I did have a storage cluster. Here we go. And let's pick a material that I know I've got loads of, jungle wood at the minute. Okay, so we're going to have vanilla items here. So this is vanilla. So all the discs in these drives here will be vanilla items. These will be core mods. And these will be semi-core mods. And then that will be for extras or expanding across as I need to. So that's the way I'm going to have it there. So for instance here, the jungle wood storage can go in there like that, because I'm going to have a lot of jungle wood. And now access there, and I've got all this jungle wood. So spare jungle wood will disappear. And what I want to do is put spare jungle wood into there like that, to empty the system out every once in a while. Now, if I also add in the storage cluster into there, and change this, not from destroy items, but I want singularities. So I'm going to need 256,000 items going into this storage cluster in order to get that up. Now at the minute you'll see that it's counting up because it's destroying the jungle wood out of the system. So if I access here, you'll see that the jungle wood is going down. And that's because I've got it fully kitted out at the minute to destroy jungle wood. So if I switch this back over again, if I can get to it, there we go, switch this back over again, and then this condenser will stop condensing jungle wood. The only time it will condense jungle wood is if it ends up in this storage area over here, which means that excess stock can get condensed. So I can do excess things like excess gravel, excess dirt, excess wood, excess cobblestone can all get condensed into the ME condenser in order to make the singularities that I want. So next up I need to sort through all of these discs and start putting them all in the right places. But once I've figured that out, I'll let you know in another episode on the Utopia³ server, and I'll also work on this side as well. We've got a lot of ways to store things, the jabber, the filing cabinets and chests and all sorts, and put loads of things around here. We've got lots of things to play with, but I will see you next time on Utopia.